Alright, this is the second game of the Wingspan World Cup. Played quite some time ago now, back in October. I have no idea what's going to happen. We're against Mongo. We're still in the regional stage, Asia and Oceania. Very, very strong group. We won our first game by a little bit of a miracle, and yeah, looking at this hand, not super great. I mean, the Bitten is slightly better than the Gallinule. The Woodpecker is one of my favorites. I think this is a strong bird. I think the play here has to be take the Woodpecker, take the Bitten, or the Gallinule, pick your poison, and then roll down the tray with the extra worms you get from the Woodpecker. Anything else I think is a bit too risky. Yeah, not too interested in Spotted Owl. I mean, I think forest bonus birds aren't super fantastic. Like, I think forest is usually the habitat you're activating the most in Oceania boards, so they're kind of devalued as an option, except as like a last bird kind of play. But yeah, I think Bitten or Gallinule is totally fine. What are my bonus cards? That might change my mind. I think Bitten is actually better. I think there is a chance that maybe they start doing some silly wetland stuff, and then you can do get the extra card from the Bitten for free, whereas Gallinule is free for all. No, I do not agree with the Ibis. This Ibis is terrible. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm drunk. Alright, that's okay. I still disagree. Diet Specialist. Okay, yeah. I still heavily disagree with this Ibis. I don't know why I'm keeping it. It's a decent size Diet Specialist bird, but like, I don't know, man. I don't know, Chief. That seems a bit suspect. I think the Gallinule would be preferred just as a bird that faces right, I guess. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'd love to go back and ask myself what I was doing there picking this Ibis. But I think Woodpecker Bitten make a ton of sense. I think the Bitten is just strictly superior to the Gallinule. But yeah, we can play Woodpecker. I mean, especially with this feeder. I'm gonna take the Teal and reveal the Busted. Okay, what am I doing? Okay. I am kind of shocked at my play here. I mean, I understand the Teal, like, it's got decent searching power. It can find me more birds that live in the wetlands, which is useful. Yeah, that's such a strange pick. Like, I don't think it's better than the Bitten. But I guess it remains to be seen. Like, the Bitten even hits the end of round. Like, am I doing it because I think I won't be able to find a tucking bird and this qualifies me for the next end of round? Like, I don't know, man. That seems really, really unnecessary. Anyway, we take our food. We have a nice set of worms to pick up, so that's really helpful. I've got everything for the Bitten. Just slam Bitten. What am I doing? Anyway, okay. Must move on. Grey Teal is good, though. I mean, if the Grey Teal was in hand, I would have kept it over this Ibis. I guess I must be thinking that it might be a struggle to hit some of these objectives. Interesting. Let's reassess. This Grey Teal is a ground nest bird. The Bobolink is kind of interesting for that. Like, we might be able to do a bunch more ground nest stuff. Bobolink would also be the last Diet Specialist bird, which is not really a problem, but we'll say it just to be complete. Sri Lanka Blue Magpies come up. Interesting. But yeah, taking the Bobolink, I think that's worthwhile. This is a tough one. I think you have to keep Benelli, though. But yeah, this is why the Grey Teal is actually an underrated bird, because it's not just wetlands birds you find, it's these omni-habitat birds. Where, you know, Peafowl or Benelli would have been fine. Peafowl because of Bobolink, Benelli because it's Benelli. That needs no explanation. And I do think it's, like, I think the odds on hitting a wetlands bird are, like, pretty high. I think it's, like, 87% to find a wetlands bird on the Grey Teal. I mean, but as with all things, you either hit or you don't. And I say it a million times, but I really think on Oceania, the extra bird is so valuable. Having more cards is just always good. It enables so many more strategies. It's really, really valuable. I think either of these avocets are fine, honestly. You keep the American avocet because maybe they're playing a Grasslands engine, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. We're probably not going to play it. Sprague's Pipit is a ground nest bird, which makes our Bobolink better. Yeah, so we're kind of sorted for food and sorted for cards, but we are still critically missing that egg source. I don't think this is a good Sri Lanka Blue Magpie angle either. Oh, it actually is an amazing angle. What am I talking about? Black Woodpecker is an incredible magpie pair. Really nice. I think I'm gonna spend to flip. Goldcrest has come up. I think Goldcrest is really fun. I love playing a good Goldcrest game. Probably not the game for it. Not without a native egg source. Brown Falcon, kind of interesting. Could be another tucking option in the forest. Yeah. Sufficiently interesting to pick up. And Ruddy Shelduck. Would have loved that red start, but not to be. Tucking the Shelduck. I don't know about that. I think the Shelduck is like a very, very average card. Like we get 2 turns of searching out of it and 1 turn of scoring off of it. That's useful. Looks like we're just going to keep on drawing. That makes sense. Yeah, I guess you get the Sandpiper in before the again eventual Bobolink play. I think we're just so desperate for eggs right now. Like we've got all the stuff we want to play. We just need to find an egg source. This Black Knight Oriole actually is an egg source for them, so they can get the extra egg when they lay, and I find that that 3rd egg off the Oriole is really good. Okay, Whooping Crane is a great find. Bobolink Bird, bonus bird, it kind of hits everything that we want. The other question is, you take the Sandpiper. Oh, you take the Grey Wagtail. Alright, well, yeah, White-headed Duck, another fantastic wetlands bird. And like I said, why the hell did I keep this Ibis? Like, I've got so many good wetlands options. If I was gonna go searching for wetlands birds anyway, the Grey Teal, like, I really feel like it was a huge mistake to keep this Ibis. I really think I could have used the extra food here. But okay. We've got all the power stuff in hand. We just need to find a way to play these eggs. So look, it's the Galar again. We're not going to get that. Peaceful Dove could work. I 100% expect my opponent to take Peaceful Dove and Galar though. There's no reason to give me Peaceful Dove here. Yep, both gone. And Galar's going to qualify them on end of round as well. That's good for them. So, yeah, this is big decision time. Like, how do you play this out? Yeah, I mean, we're taking food, which is good. I think you probably do Grey Wagtail here, right? Grey Wagtail, eggs, cards, play another bird in the forest, take food. I don't know. Something like that sounds reasonable. Yeah, it's just this lack of eggs is really killing us. I think the Grey Wagtail is even wrong, you know? Like, I think the Wagtail is, Enclosure Builder, okay, great synergy there. Yeah, I think Wagtail's a bait here. I think maybe that was more of a denial play, because if my opponent had that and Oriole, that's like even more value. But we've drawn too much in this game, so unless there's something crazy good, we need to stop drawing, and I think playing Sprague's Pipit is pragmatic. Euro Robin and Laughing Thrush is pretty strong, so my opponent's got all the food they ever need. Good opportunity to find a reset, grab some more worms, we love to see that. But yeah, how do we solve this egg problem? I mean, Avocet, maybe? Like, eggs, Avocet... Oh, jeez. Yeah, I mean, this is the problem when you spend so much time drawing, like, you're just kind of stuck. Like, we have all of the game-winning stuff in our hands, but it's just so hard to get anything into the game. And Bobolink would at least give us 4 eggs in total if we played it, which would be good. That would allow us to fill out our forest, but there's only 3 turns left. And this is an end of round we should be targeting to win as well. Like, we have Benelli's Eagle. Playing Benelli's Eagle it gives us that second bird, so we should expect that we need to play Benelli at some point. Which just complicates things further. I think you have to do Avocet, right? I think you have to. They haven't done eggs. We know they're going to take eggs. Play the Avocet. Yeah, unfortunate, but you have to do it. Yeah. Play this Avocet, and then you must... Then we have to do then Benelli and then egg again, which is unfortunate, but I think it's just what you have to do. I guess the Junko would also work. It would give us a seed. But yeah. Okay, withholding a Nectar suggests that I'm not going to play the Benelli. I think you could play Junko. Junko's okay. Junko, Brown Falcon. I still think you should be playing Benelli, but it's okay. Does this extra egg help us enough? Maybe it does. Blah into... Okay, Junko, yeah, that's fine. It's another Bobolink bird, so no concerns there. If we get a free egg, what do we do? I don't know. And they give us a free seed as well. They'll have to. Yeah, and I think it's correct to throw away the food here because we need it. I don't know if it's correct to be laying on this Great Teal though. I think given the end of round is grasslands, we should be probably doing it on the grasslands. But okay, coming into halfway point, how do we feel about this game? We have a really big Bobolink play, Whooping Crane, Bobolink, White-headed Duck. We are completing Enclosure Builder very easily. It's very hard to play the Sri Lanka Blue Magpie, currently. It's also very hard to play some of these other 3 food birds that I kept from my starting hand, which is a bit of a bother. Puffins come up, well, I mean, you have to take that. Mullafowl as well, okay. These are some mega finds. I think, like, one of the strongest things in Wingspan is to have strategic synergy, right? So having Enclosure Builder and Mullafowl means we get double credit for doing the same work. So that Mullafowl is actually huge. And it's even better if we can get the orange-footed Scrubfowl as well, but it's all good. So I think now the game plan really must start to pivot into play all these lovely Enclosure Builder birds. So White-headed Duck, Puffin, Whooping Crane, Marleyfowl, get a massive Bobolink play, get massive credit for Enclosure Builder, max out Diet Specialist along the way. Like, that seems really good. Red Knots come up as well. I mean, we don't have space for it, but I mean, that's another really good Enclosure Builder bird. The main question I have right now is, where do you want to put Benelli's Eagle? Our limiting resource at the moment is eggs, and will remain eggs for the rest of this game. I think there's a pretty decent argument to maybe put it there. Yeah. We're really using this woodpecker as best we can, right? Don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Yeah, big decisions to make here. What do you play? When do you play the Bobolink? When do you play the other birds? I think all very, very good questions. Yeah, this is definitely not a Sri Lanka Blue Magpie game. We have too many good birds to play. Yeah, I think we need to start being smart about how we get things down. Ooh, great Hornbill. Yeah, we can play the Mullafowl. I think we have to be strategic about our nectar spend. It looks like they're not spending much nectar in their forest, so if we can target that and another habitat, that will probably set us up quite well. Doing it that way though means we can't play the puppet now, which is not the end of the world. Like, we need to prioritize it for sure, but we don't need to play it right now. I think if I am thinking ahead to Data Analyst, is there anything I can do here? Probably you have to play Whooping Crane. Both Puffin and White-Headed Duck are smaller than the Avocet, I'm like 99% sure. So if I'm being smart here, it's either Benelli, Whooping Crane, or Whooping Crane, White Duck or something. I think those are like the two best plays I can make. Benelli, Whooping Crane to like try and manifest the Data Analyst. Whooping Crane, Duck if we don't care. But I think, yeah, you want to play Whooping Crane first, yeah. That is objectively correct. Just in case you pull it. And we don't pull it, but we do pull Rodentologist. We take that, that just makes Benelli's even better. I'm not going to complain about that. And then, yeah, pick your poison here. You can either do Benelli or White-Headed Duck. I think Benelli is maybe a tad stronger. I think we have to look at the end of round considerations. I think we're just winning this because I think they've got a lot of eggs because of Oriole and things like that. Yeah, they've still got 3 eggs. Well, they could end on 0, so we have to be mindful of that. Red-tailed hawk in the grass. Yeah, they can end on 8 birds. Okay. So I think, yeah, you play White-Headed Duck. I think anything else is a mistake. Except Benelli. Benelli is also... I respect Benelli. The idea behind Benelli is that we need to take eggs on the next turn. And so having Benelli there already gives us an extra egg, which is going to be necessary because we don't have many cheap plays left. So 1 turn of eggs would allow us to play 2 birds. Which is kind of necessary because we want to play Puffin, we want to play Bobolink, all that kind of stuff. Maybe we don't care because we have Bobolink. Maybe it's fine. Yeah, actually maybe Bobolink is probably the solution here. Yeah, actually I disagree with this Benelli now that I've like actually reflected on it. I think the White-Headed Duck is the right play. Oh no, I'm trying to not use my grasslands at all, I guess, so I guess this is fine. This leaves me 1 egg to use with Bobolink. Okay, whatever. I think I'm thinking that if they're going to use the Black Maple Oriole, then they're going to lay 1 egg, which is going to make us tie. Which, okay, that's fine. We could have won with the White-Headed Duck, but I respect it. I respect it. Making this judgment call to not win it, and... Oh, they actually, did lay eggs. Okay. Very nice. Okay, that means we're not losing. I'm genuinely surprised. I thought they were going to, play another bird, but I guess not. Yeah, it's gonna be an easy win, in fact, so... Yeah, I think if we could have done things differently, we would have done White-Headed Duck. I think it would have been just slightly better tempo-wise. We know what we're working with, bonus cards. And... Oh, it's okay though, we still have stuff to be doing. So now we have to identify the cards we want to play, and it's obviously Bobolink, it's obviously White-Headed Duck, it's obviously Puffin. The question is, how do you get that all down, and in what order? I think the egg situation mandates that we play this Bobolink first. We could even force it down just right now. Like, you got the food for it. We have plenty of food for it. So there's not even any rush in taking food if the feeder is bad. But it looks like they're taking food now, and it's going to be somewhat convenient for us. So good time to take food, I think. Yeah. End of round is eggs and grass. We're probably not winning that, but that's okay. I don't know if I need to take food here. I understand why I'm doing it, but we don't have to take food here. Yeah, it's lots of nectar. Yeah, there was no rush. We could have just played Bobolink. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. I think the only way to screw this up is to play White-Headed Duck or a Puffin first. That would ruin everything. Yeah, you play those 3 birds and then you probably take eggs as your last action. Get the tuck on the Junko. Okay, red not into the game. Yeah, we play this Bobolink. Looks like they stole nectar from us. 7 eggs, very nice. Okay, now you have a decision to make. Is it better to lay eggs or is it better to take food? The answer may surprise you. It is laying eggs. Very boring, but it's the correct thing to do. Not only is it more points, it's also end of round considerations at play. Tricky. It wouldn't be terrible to take food. If you say it's a 6 point, it's really a 3 point swing because we're always going to get another nectar into the wetlands. Is that more than the 4 points you get from using the grasslands? Not sure, hard to say. Okay. Yeah, we can't do this tuck. I think, again, if the game plan is to play the Junko, then yeah, you can't tuck the magpie, unfortunately. Puffin finds us absolute garbage. The correct play here is to not take any bonus cards, but apparently we don't care about that. I think I'm still eyeing up this magpie. Which, to be fair, it's an 11 point bird. But this duck, 3 point bird after the Malafau plus an extra bonus card. Yeah, hard to look that one over as well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think taking food when I took food there was smart. I probably should have waited. See if we could have got something a little bit more fortuitous on the forest roll. They've got tons of nectar still as well, so... Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if that's game deciding, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Yeah, I have to do some calculation here, I think. Great Indian busted. Of course, they're head busted. Only 4 points off the bonus card, though. That is reassuring. Maybe there is a chance. Yeah, I maintain. I think duck and throw the magpie as the best play here. Okay, never mind. We're gonna do it this way. No worms come up. That is devastating. Okay. I guess this way we can turn all those food into points, so... Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm not mathing it out at the moment, but I can see a world where the magpie works, I guess. How many points would that be? It'd be 11, I mean the extra seed as well. I suppose this is probably like 20 points, this is probably objectively correct. Yeah, so I mean you get 9 points after egg cost with that, plus another 6 points. It's like 15 point bird. I mean, okay, you have to do that. It's better than what the white duck's gonna find you for sure. Yeah, the score doesn't look super healthy though, which is to be expected. We do have this Malafau that's gonna give us another 8 eggs. Massive Malafau. Let's see how we do on the final count back. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this game. I feel like we made a couple massive misplays, especially at the beginning of the game. I did really well on bonuses. We had great synergy there, which is fantastic. Malafal is gonna deliver a ton of points to us. A couple of cash food. And yeah, okay, we win the game. Alright, that's fine. Alright. I guess we were doing better than we thought. But yeah, I think synergy is good there. Okay, oh wow, they had Mech Engineer and they weren't able to max it. Let's just go back to that. They had Forester and Mechanical Engineer with this board. I mean, okay, that's so unfortunate that you weren't able to max Mech Engineer. I think here, my opponent had kind of one big problem, and that is they didn't have good card access. The Oriole kind of blunts that a little bit, because you do get that extra card if you are able to take all 4 actions. But without card access, it can be pretty tricky. They did have some really powerful birds, though, and they did try to build a mini Grasslands engine out to score some points, but yeah, not being able to do well on the bonus cards really does hurt. Whereas our board, tons of harmony going on, like the Malafal and Rodent and Enclosure Builder combo, which you can't see. Enclosure Builder's there. That combo is like really deadly. Like I always maintain this. Like if you can find a very harmonious strategy in Wingspan, you're gonna score big. Things like, you know, Predator, Griffin Vulture, Falconer, all in the same hand. Like that's like crazy good points. Or even just having like Griffin Vulture and Carrion Crow and Predators, that's also very, very strong. In this case, Malafal, Bobolink, Enclosure Builder, 3 birds that all kind of simultaneously working together to achieve the same goal. Very, very, very powerful. A shame I wasn't able to play the white-headed duck, but you know, counting it back, the blue-headed magpie is obviously the correct play. I do question the timing of taking Nectar. I think if I'd taken Nectar, if I had taken food later in the round, I might have been able to get this Puffin into the game. Because we were always going to play the Bobolink. Like, there was nothing else we were going to do, and we were never going to spend Nectar. We were never going to compete for Nectar in the Grasslands, so there was no need to take Nectar, food at that moment, I think. We could have been a little bit more patient. But other than that, even this Avocet did pretty good. Like, it gave us, like, 3 eggs throughout this game. It stymied their ability to build a strong Grasslands engine, so, or at least it deferred them from it, so it did well. But yeah, I do think that my starting hand keep was just objectively wrong. I think it's fine to take this Great Teal. I think we saw that the Great Teal is a very strong bird in the right circumstances, right? I think any plus card bird is very, 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 very strong. I do, however, think that keeping American Bittern and White-Faced Ibis was just objectively wrong. Like, either you commit to the Bittern, play the Bittern, and then do your digging, and don't worry about this Great Teal. You probably work out about the same, minus the Tucks, which are good for EOR2. Or you don't keep those 2 cards, and you pick up the Great Teal. Like, what am I doing? If I had done Teal and a random, and then overpaid on the Woodpecker, I would have picked up the Busted, and I could have busted my Enclosure Builder. Busted is an Enclosure Builder bird. Like, yeah, I really think that starting hand was terrible. I played it wrong. I think I was fortunate to have this Great Teal, and there was no other good drawing options that came up, and I think that ultimately won the game for us. So yeah, okay, cool. A controversial game, one that I'm a little bit animated about. I do not think I played that game correctly, but we still come away with a win. And I sympathize with Mongo. He's an excellent player, but must have really, you know, when you don't have draw power, you are very much at the whim of the game as to whether or not you actually get to do things. And unfortunately for them, things were not in their favor this time, but under different conditions, who knows, who knows. But yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.